Hey everybody, welcome back to Raw Food Muscle, and today I'm going to be showing you something that we kind of created that I'm falling absolutely in love with, and I love this dish. This is actually Apple Cinnamon cereal, and when you taste this and when you check this out, believe me, it's going to be worth the work you put into it. Okay, ingredients that we need for this is buckwheat, maple syrup, vanilla extract, Celtic sea salt, cinnamon powder, raw almonds, and apples. Okay, the first thing you want to do is you want to get your 2 cups of buckwheat. Okay, you want to rinse it out first, get any kind of dirt or anything in there, and then let it soak for 6 hours. Don't touch it, don't do anything with it, just let it soak for 6 hours. Then after that, because you're going to let it sprout, okay, you're going to let it sprout for about a day, but during that process, after you let it soak, you're going to rinse it with the water, and to make sure you get that kind of that slimy texture that's going to be on the buckwheat. So it's important that you rinse it out, at least 2 to 3 times during the day. Okay. So once you've done that and it's all been soaked and it's starting to sprout, then you move on to the next part. Okay. So we're going to take this bucket, and let me just show you what I'm talking about, because I like to keep it in this strainer, because I see how the water comes out throughout the whole day, because what happens is when you rinse it out, the water's still within all of these buckwheats, and it's just going to be falling through, so you want to make sure you have it in a little bowl like that. Okay, so we're just going to pour this in this big bowl. Okay, and now we're just going to add the almonds. Now the almonds have been soaked overnight, and I actually have about 3/4 of a cup of almonds, and I actually soaked it, and I put it in the processor, chopped it up to get it into this nice texture. Okay. Alright. Now the next part is we're going to be using 1 tablespoon of cinnamon powder and 1.5 teaspoons of Celtic sea salt. Okay. So all you're going to do is just put that in there, and then you're going to just stir it around a little bit. And you want to do this to make sure all that cinnamon and salt gets in the grains. And that cinnamon, man, that really pops out. You can smell it. It smells so good. So you just want to stir it around, make sure it gets all mixed in there. You don't want it all sitting in one big clump. Okay? You want this flavors to be completely spread all through the buckwheat. Now we decided to come up with this, and I have to give a shout out and a bow down to my wife, because she's the one that actually kind of put this together. I've been the master taster, because I have to put the stamp of approval on it. If I don't put the stamp of approval on it, it's not happening. And we work as a team. Before we were Raw, I was, the main cook in the house. She was the baker. Okay, so she would make the cookies and the cakes and all that yummy stuff, and I would make all the, the carne asadas and my chicken and the sautéed vegetables and all that kind of stuff. And so now we just kind of fuse that and move that into the Raw realm and doing the same thing. She makes a lot of the sweeter type things, and I still do my things with just combining different flavors and seasons and things like that. So, alright, now that we got that pretty much stirred up nicely, now we're going to go ahead and move this. Alright, so now we're moving on to the apple mixture, and what you're going to need for this is 2.5 apples. I already have some of it cut up right here. And what I normally do with this is I can just kind of peel the skin off, because it's just easier to work with. Now you don't have to do that, but that's just something that I prefer to do. And I use this slicer right here, which is actually nice. My kids have a lot of new teeth coming in, which means that they have a lot of teeth falling out. They're getting their permanent teeth in, and so I have to do this all the time, because for her to bite into it is kind of painful for her. So, by the way, I got this online. I got this, actually, I saw an infomercial for it, the Titan. And I'm not one to buy stuff from infomercials, but when I saw it, I was like, let me just go ahead and give it a try. And this thing is no joke. I love this thing, and you can. It has different attachments, and I'm, so I have a few of them. It has, I think it comes in a 3-pack or something like that, or 2-pack. But if you can find it, check it out. It's worth getting. It's called the Titan, and it has like different types of slicers to it. And if you want to, if you're having a hard time finding it, go to my my Amazon store, and you can find it there, just to make it convenient for you guys. But if you can find it cheaper, go for it. Alright, so all I'm doing is just chopping this up into squares. And like I said, only reason why I'm doing this is that it just makes it easier for the food processor to mix it all up without having to move everything around. Alright, so let me go ahead and put that in the processor here. And now I got some of my other ingredients, which are 2 teaspoons of cinnamon powder and 1 teaspoon of Celtic sea salt. I'm just going to mix that in there, and then we're going to add 1.5 teaspoons of vanilla extract. And we're going to just do that much. Crank it on again. I think that's good, and yeah, that's good texture. Alright, so now let me just pop this open, hold it from the bottom because that thing will fall out. So now we're just going to give this a stir and mix it all up in here. Alright, so now that we got that stirred up, we're going to put 1/3 of a cup of maple syrup in it. Alright, just like that. And then 1 tablespoon of cinnamon. And just kind of drizzle around. And then you start mixing it up again. And you can see how this is all starting to come together now. I'm telling you. Once you get this thing in the dehydrator and you see the end result, oh my God. You're going to be like, this boy is on a whole nother level. Alright.